Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. Today is May 11, 2012. I'm Abbey and to my left is Logan Burgess. Logan, let's jump into the quotes for today. We had corn down 6.5, new crop down 2, old crop soybeans down 49.25, and new crop down 37.75. You know, we were watching the trade at the end of the day here today. Quite the events in soybeans. What'd you find? Yeah,
certainly. Well, if we take a look here at the 5-minute soybean chart here, you can see that we really did sell off hard here at the end of the day. Those last two candlesticks that we printed here, you know, moved that contract about 10 cents lower there. A big area of technical resistance that people were looking for was that area of around 14.11 right here. And that's because that's right where that 50-day moving average was sitting. The 50-day moving average here is the blue line, and we traded through that. We printed a close below that, as you were saying before, 14.06 on the day here. Certainly technical traders are going to be watching this move here. Where do we go from here? Kind of the downside. $14 even. Anytime we hit a whole number should provide support for this contract to the downside. And also we have this long-term trend line established in here, sitting around 13.80 there. This kind of started off you know, the recent move here that we established back in December. That's what this trend line is drawn off, and we should find pretty good chart support right around that area. But you know, the outside markets were really weighing on this thing from the early get-go here. We saw JP Morgan Chase come out and report a substantial loss at their trading desk, around $2 billion here, from their involvement in credit default swaps. So their public stock was down about 8% here on the day. That led to kind of a risk-off attitude here across the markets, and we saw that reflected in the grains. It really looked like the funds were leaving soybeans. You know, we've been talking about it for a while here. The funds right now are extremely net long. They sold about 12,000 of those contracts here just in today's action. That would certainly help push things lower here on the day. So a lot of money moving out of the soybean market, and we gave back all the gains that we really made yesterday on the heels of that bullish report. You know, ending stocks for 2011 and 2012 and 13, they both came in lower than what the trade was expecting. You know, as a result, we saw a good rally, a good pop in the soybean market, but this totally kind of took the air out of that today. You know, that's kind of what we saw in the futures market today. Abby, what are we looking at for cash market? Have we seen any changes here over the last week?
We sure did. We saw corn move up 7 cents across the country this week. Ethanol plants made a big push, up 8 cents. You can really see that the ethanol-rich states like Iowa and Nebraska moving up 11 cents. River terminals were unchanged, but an important thing to note out of the ethanol sector was that production of ethanol was up 0.3% this week, as well as conventional gasoline blended with ethanol was up 1.4% this week.
Yeah, it looks like you know, we're hearing that a lot of farmers right now are unwilling to part with that old crop corn. They want to see a rally in the futures market. So as a result, maybe these ethanol plants are having to crank up basis to keep up with this production that they're keeping up here. What are we kind of seeing on the soybean front here? Is anything different than what we're seeing in corn?
Well, yeah, it's quite a bit different. Soybeans were up only 1 cent this week. River terminals were actually down 6 cents, quite the move, but that was sort of balanced out by some of these other states like South Dakota and Minnesota that upped their basis 5 to 2 cents. So there's, you know, a balance throughout the country right now. Yeah,
well, it looks like the soybean basis picked up another cent there, but really that corn market's been on fire here in the cash market, adding another 8 cents here. So there's a lot of really good cash marketing opportunities out there right now if you're a producer. Really across the corn belt, we're seeing exceptionally strong corn basis. You know, that kind of wraps up our show here for Friday afternoon. We'll be tweeting about the Commitment of Traders reports coming out here later this afternoon. At GrainTV is where you can find us on Twitter. Like I said, that wraps up our show here. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back Monday morning.